Hey guys, what is going on? Back here with Phoenix at the 2015 draft. I've done no scouting apart from I know Conor McDavid, so I'll probably just let the AI draft the players, but I'm going to try and make a few moves to free up extra cap space because I've decided I'm going to go after the biggest fish in free agency. If we're going to go and win the Stanley Cup in year 3, those are the types of moves we need to be making. We've got the young guns, we've done the rebuilds, now let's go ahead and win. We've got plenty of salary cap. Get rid of a few roster players and we will be fine. So let's go ahead and begin the draft. No. Let's go ahead and do the trade block. I'm not going to go past free agency, just so you guys know. But I will do all the re-signs and talk about some plans for free agency, so you guys know what I'm going to do. Surplus players on the block. Yeah, that's all fine. I'm willing to trade around first round picks if we get players in return for them. So okay, so let's go. So that's not really that good of a pick. Our trade rep. Oh, and Anaheim still want to trade with us. Okay, that's fine. So our first for a second and a third next year. I don't want to take that, but is there a player I would be willing to give up my first for that Anaheim have? How much does my first value have? Not a lot. Okay, I'm not going to do that because I need to save the roster spaces. But what I'm going to do is just draft the best player that's available. So Adam Irving, a good defender, comes in. And I don't know how, Ryan Group, it's not actually that hard of a name to pronounce. I don't know why I was struggling with that. Carolina calling. So a third next year for a fifth and for 2 fourths. I think I'd rather have the third, because they're not giving me anything this year, so that's fine. Good God, that man has an insane name. But we'll draft a goalie, I think. Yeah, we'll draft a goalie and hopefully leave the next GM with Mike Smith's eventual successor somewhere in the system. We got quite a few goalies, so hopefully somewhere they can figure it out. I'm just going to let the computer draft. I wanted to trade a few players away. Okay, we'll do that in this round. Just unload some cap room of players that aren't. I've got a couple of years left that we don't want. So we're looking for people with 2 years left that we just don't want. Okay, I want all of those people. I kind of want to keep Gagliardi and go. Any defenders then? Bradure and Fairchild could probably go, and that would free up some roster spots. Yeah, we'll do that. Bradure, Fairchild. And is there a team that wants them? Probably not, but we'll just trade them to Chicago to try and make their salary cap situation a little bit harder for them to re-sign Jonathan Toews and both Patrick Kane. Okay, so they need a player back. Is there anyone that just has the 1 year? I'll take someone who's got a 1 year contract. Yeah, you'll do. Because we don't have to re-sign him. Okay, so I don't know if we're going to get a draw pick out of this, but I'll take 2 players that have 1 year contracts. And Glendening's actually got a decent. Never mind. Never mind. I'll figure out. We just won't re-sign any of the depth NHL, AHL players. We'll figure out a way of keeping our salary cap room nice and high. I've got to press continue rather than back. That would make sense. No, we don't want to make any trades. Let's just quick draft the last 3 rounds. I don't think we're going to get anything. And go ahead and move into the re-sign phase. Hopefully a few things will come to light. So I think we got a couple of big players coming up that want contracts. I mean, look at, yeah, we got loads of goalies. Probably get rid of one of them. But that was the guy that we drafted, so it's the same as him. That's fine. Right, so let's think about, let's do it by position. So forwards, Gordon wants a contract. I'm not going to resign you guys. That Lombardi guy is actually going to progress quite nicely. Yeah, I won't resign any of you guys. Sam Bennett's getting a bit better, so we'll try and use Bennett in the AHL. That's fine. Yeah, that's cool. So it's just Gordon. Foligno wants a contract. He's gone down annoyingly, right? Probably. Okay, so we have a lot of people that want contracts in Bodker and Nyquist. Okay, we can probably sign them pretty cheap though. And on the right wing, it's Kuznetsov and Grabner. So this is a key off-season really. And on defense, not worried about Slemko. Worried about Martin Gormley needs to be re-signed for sure. And James Martin is a two-way defender. I might, if he's progressive, we could use him. But I'm probably going to trade for a two-way defender anyway. So let's not bother with him. And no goalies have run out of contracts. So I don't really want to buy anyone out, but you know, they're not costing us too much, I don't think. Okay, so let's figure this out. Alright, first things first. Who is the best overall player that needs re-signing? It is Evgeny Kuznetsov. That makes sense. Oh, good, Grabner's gone up a little bit. So Kuznetsov needs re-signing. Now, in the interest of saving some cap room, I'm going to give him a bridging deal of 4.5. Sorry, I think that will go through for 3 years to Kuznetsov. So he'll grow, and then we can give him his get rich contract when he's in his prime, or the next GM can, and sign him up for 6 years and get him so he's 32 or something, and then you can always trade him. But offer him 4.5 for Evgeny Kuznetsov. I think that's a good deal. Michael Grabner. Are you cheaper? Any other point? No. Okay, so 3 years for Michael Grabner. Try and get 3 years at 3 million. It's a good deal for Michael Grabner. If not, we will go up to 3.125. So 3 years for Michael Grabner at 3 million. I think that's a good deal. Right, I think Gormley's probably the next best player that we need to resign. Yeah, we'll resign Gormley first. Gormley will want Gormley's going to want a good amount of money. Again, do we give him a bridging deal? Because McKinnon's going to need a contract in a couple of years as well. So we could probably get him or sign him up for 3 years at 4.75. I think that for Gormley is a good deal. But we'll try 4.5 and then we can go back up if we want to. I think that might be a little bit too much. 4.5 might be a little bit too low, so we'll go 4.6. Right, back to forwards. Where were we? Bodker. He wants the same amount of money as Michael Grabner, but he's a little bit worse off, so we give him 2.8. He is a little bit worse than Grabner. So it makes sense he gets a little bit less money. So we'll go 2.8 over 2 years. And then Gustav Nyquist wants 2.8 over 3 years as well. So he is the same as Bodker, but since he's asking for a little bit less, I'm going to offer him a little bit less. So we'll try and sign Nyquist for 2.5. Of course, this is the first day, so I can always increase offers. So we'll go 2.5 for Gustav Nyquist. That'll be good. And then if we decide to trade him as well, his trade value will be quite good with that low value. Foligno has gone down a bit in value, so hopefully his contract reflects that. We can sign you for 2 years at 2.5. I think we'll probably go through. Yeah, okay, so Foligno and Nyquist probably get similar contracts, probably makes sense in terms of their overall for this game. Gagliardi signed. Bowman I want to sign as well, and hopefully he won't cost too much. Yeah, okay, so 3 years, 1.8. If we get it down to 2 years, we can probably get it down to 1.5 for a third line scorer, which I'm happy with. So 1.5 for Bowman. Kopakowski's gone down, which sucks. I do want to sign Gordon. I'd rather have Gordon than McClement. We'll do a 1 year contract at 1.5 as well. So Bowman and Gordon will get the same amount of money to sit on the fourth line. I think that's fair. Really don't want McClement. I might have to try and trade McClement at some point. Gerby can go. I think now we're in the points where people can go. So we can leave position. Klinkhammer can go. One of you two can go. Both the same age. Would I rather have the playmaker or the two-way forward? I think I'd rather have the playmaker, so you can go. And no, Cinnamon can go. Yeah, you can go because we're not going to re-sign you. Probably quicker to search this way around. Okay, so we'll sort you guys out later if we see if we have enough salary cap room. So we're just getting rid of people we know we don't want. Hucknall, I think you can go. Right wingers, yeah, Swartz and Yip can definitely go. Hopefully the rookies are coming up. Hopefully Manford gets better. Not using Brendan Yip, so you can definitely go. And then Grabner, and because that's offered them. Defense, well, we've got a lot of rookies on defense. Slemko can go. And depending on how much money we have, Martin can stay. And then we don't have any goalies. Okay, so let's advance the day, and hopefully the majority of players re-signed for what we offered them. I think if they re-signed for what we offered them, it should be fine and dandy. Let's thinking about it. So we don't get Strice and Bowman. Let's go. Okay, so we got Gormley. Didn't get Bowman. Got Foligno. Got Nyquist. Didn't get Gordon. Got Grabner, got Bodka, got Kuznetsov, and we got Gormley. Okay, so we got the stars, basically. But the fourth liners weren't happy with the money we were giving them. So let's think about what we just did. Kuznetsov for 3 years at 4.5, that's good. Grabner at 3 years, I'm very happy with. Brassard has still got a few years left on that very good contract we signed him to. Bodka, again, a couple of years. Foligno, a couple of years. Nyquist 2.5, I'm happy with that number. Okay, so it's just Bowman and Gordon that need to re-sign, but we're down to 16 million, and if we want to sign Taves, we need at least 10 million. So I'm going to say, well, depending on what Martin wants, yeah, we can do 1 year. I can give you what you want for 1 year. We'll make it a two-way contract and give you. I know you're not interested in a two-way contract, but if I give you exactly the money you're after in a two-way contract, it shouldn't make too much of a difference. So we go two-way contract at 1.7 for a year as a bridging deal for you, sort of thing, and then we can trade you as well. Hopefully, you'd have quite a nice and low value with that. And then left wingers, Bowman wasn't happy with it, but that's understandable. So we go for 1 year at Bowman, and then the next GM can worry about trying to get him under salary cap. So we've got 16 left, 1 year at 1.5. He should take that, which takes us to about 14.5 million. And then if we go to Boyd Gordon, so that means we can't really sign McMillan, but that's fine. And I'll worry about you in a minute. Gordon wanted 2 years. Bearing in mind Gordon is a fourth line centre, but I do want him as a fourth line centre because he is a good fourth line centre for us. So let's just worry about Bowman and Gordon for the time being. So we got everyone we wanted to. Okay, so now we just need to decide if we want to sign these players or sign Bennett up and play in the AHL. Well, if we get rid of Shinneman, we can sign Sam Bennett up, and he can hopefully play in the AHL this year. So we'll sign Sam Bennett up. Try and sign Bennett for a little bit cheaper than what he wants. There you go, you should take that. So that's fine. Left wingers, is there anyone we need to sign? No, Domi will play in the AHL as well this year, so he'll get better. Right wingers, could sign Hosang, but I'm not going to. Worry about that next year. Defenders, it's just Fleury that needs to be re-signed. Everyone else is fine, and goalies we don't need to worry about. We can offer those guys contracts once we've sorted the rest of the team out, is my thinking. There you go. Sam Bennett signed, nice and cheap. Did that count towards the cap? I don't think it did. It counted towards a roster spot, which I quite like to keep open. So I think we're done. I think we're done. We can offer rookies contracts midway through the season anyway, so that's not too bad. So Chicago's offered a contract to Jonathan Toews, and it's looking like he's still a free agent at this point, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. I don't know why rep has gone down. Alright, so it hasn't updated in the top free agent section, but let's see what happens. Oh, yes. Oh, this could be a good free agency. If we could somehow sign Marks. Look at Eric, what Griber's offering. Oh, and Justin Williams as well. Oh, okay. So, we got to do it really, haven't we? What happens if we lower that from... Okay, so it gets more expensive, but it's actually cheaper if we offer him 7 years. No, it's not. It's more expensive. So he wants the 8-year contract. But we can't actually offer him the 8-year contract, so we're going to have to give him the 8 years, because that's where he's cheapest. And Dallas are interested in him. It's Jonathan Toews. He's a franchise center. Okay, my only worry is with Jonathan Toews, and this isn't really a realistic worry because we're not going to go past the next year, but I want to talk about this realistically. Is this McKinnon and Hedman will need to be re-signed? Hedman will probably want about 4 million, but McKinnon will probably want about 5 million as well. Now, if we take away 10 million and we actually got anyone coming up in the next year, that will be a free agent, and it's going to take away a lot of money because you've got all these rookies to sign. And then you got a lot of restricted free agency. Adam Larson as well won a contract. So there's a lot of contracts coming up, but you know what? If this were... Oh yeah, we can make it happen. We can trade players. We could do that. I mean, yeah, we could do it. I think the general manager would find salary cap room for everyone, make a few trades. Maybe Grabner's gone at the end of the year, maybe Bodka's gone at the end of the year, maybe Summers has gone at the end of the year. You know, there will be ways to make this work. Kopkowski's gone at the end of the year because he's re-signed. Traded a few players, so it probably could work. So I don't feel bad about this. I don't feel like it's completely unrealistic. And it's one of those things, when a player of Jonathan Toews' caliber comes up, you got to go for it really. I mean, he's unrestricted as well, so we wouldn't actually have to give up anything apart from the salary cap space. There's no starter work picking up, and I think Jonathan Toews might be the difference. And then stick McKinnon on the wing with Toews and Kuznetsov. Oh, that's a filthy first line. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. It kind of hampers our ability to sign any other really good free agents, but hopefully people progress, and it's got to be done. So 8 years. 8 years will take until he's 35. But we got to do it. Oh, do we have to do 8? Yeah, I think we have to do 8 years. We've got to give him what he wants, because I can't imagine Dallas will be the only team that goes after him. So we have 15 million available. So if we give him enough, so we have... Let's go... I don't want to get it wrong, because you only get one stab at it. I'll bugger it up. So let's make it easier for the next GM. We'll give him 4 years. So, you know, you're not massively capped by him. You could still trade down, so we'll go 5 years. 5 years. 6 years. No, hang on. 6 years gets him to 33. And then he still would have a lot of trade value as well. Okay, so we'll go 6 years at 12 million for Jonathan Toews. Oh, God. Right, so that would leave us 3 million left. Is there anyone else worth signing for 3 million? do we just leave that 3 million to make trades with? Spalding would be worth it if he wants a couple of million. Yeah, I wouldn't mind signing someone like Nick Spalding, not Rick Spalding, sorry. But just have a look at the other forwards that are available. We don't need any defenders, that's fine. See, if Justin Williams wanted 2.2, I would go for Justin Williams, but he doesn't. Clark MacArthur would be good again if it was 2.1. Don't like Valetsky. Drew Miller would be quite nice. Prost, obviously, Jones. I want someone with... I like Daniel Winnett. Daniel Winnett might be worth offering something to. But I really would like a centre, but I don't think there is going to be one. So, I do like Daniel Winnett, though. I think Daniel Winnett can take a... No, he used to play centre, so you thought that he could do. I think Spalding might be the one. So we'll just offer Spalding 2.3 to see if we can get him. So I'll get offering Spalding and Jonathan Toews. Let's keep an eye on Jonathan Toews. So centres approached. So Jonathan Toews was still only 2 teams interested. Oh, that's true. He'll be on the top of the pile. We can watch him. Okay, it looks like it's still just us and Dallas, who can probably afford him, to be fair. Ah, wrong person accepted it. Fine, we got Spalding. Yes! We got Jonathan Toews. We got the franchise centre. That's good. There we go. Jonathan Toews is one of us. Yes, that's good. That's good. And actually, playing McKinnon and Toews on the first line, Brassard can probably be traded now. I mean, because what a hell of a third line centre having Derek Brassard would be. You know, I think he's now a trading option because McKinnon's probably still only listed as a second line player, so we play him on the second line and Toews on the first line. I mean, that's good. There you go. Toews signed for a few years as well. I'm happy with that deal. I imagine the Phoenix Coyotes are happy as well. Yep. Hockey Analysis has covered it up quite nicely. Coyotes making a solid push to win it all this year by signing Jonathan Toews, and we still have 10 roster spaces available. Let's go to the start of preseason, let players progress, have a quick look at the team. I'm not going to sign anyone else because we don't really have the salary cap to, and we can go from there. Excuse me while I take a quick drink. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with signing Jonathan Toews. I know it was a hell of a big contract, but I wanted to make sure we get him. What is 6 years at 6 million? I can work this out. It's 72 million. So we're giving Jonathan Toews 72 million over the next 6 years. That's fine. Again, we probably need to trade someone to accommodate for the next GM's needing of Nate McKinnon, because you will want to re-sign Nate McKinnon somehow. But we got a lot of defense. We could probably let one of them go if worse comes to worse, or trade them, sign them to restricted free agents contracts, or just qualify them, then you can trade them. You know what? I might do that as an extra video while I'm waiting to sort out the Coyotes. Not play the next GM, but see if we can fix the Coyotes and sign the best team that we can do. But for now, let's focus on that Stanley Cup. Jonathan Toews, is he the franchise player that we've been missing for the last couple of years? Quite possibly. Hopefully, Gormley gets better, McKinnon gets better, Kuznetsov gets better. Graven's gotten a little bit better. A couple of people have gotten worse. You never know. So, let's go. I have a feeling McKinnon, for some reason, is in the AHL, so we'll do it in roster moves. This video is probably going to go a little bit longer than I was expecting it to. But hell, right, goalies. Yeah, obviously Mike Smith, and then Devin Dubnyk. Defenseman, Gormley is now our best defenseman, yes, so Gormley and Ekman Larsson, Hedman and Ceci, Adam Larsson and Chris Summers. I want to replace Chris Summers. And Martin's on the second line, so we can trade Summers and Martin and that will free up 2 million in cap as well for a two-way defender that would make to play alongside with Adam Larsson. That would be greater use of him, I think. Obviously, the defence in the AHL is nothing spectacular, but I think that's the thing we need to do. Right wingers. Hopefully, yep. So Manfred and Goldobin are playing in the AHL this year. That's good. So we have Kuznetsov and Grabner, who did get better. Left wingers. One of these players is going to go. Ooh, good jump there by Bowman. I like that. And one of those players is going to go, and by one of those I mean probably not going to be Foligno, because I like Foligno's defensively. Unless, yeah, no, I like Foligno defensively. So Nyquist or Bodka is probably going to go. I know we just signed them, but I think that extra 2.5 million at least is going to help towards signing Nate McKinnon. And centre, speaking of Nate McKinnon, strange. So, oh no, Nate McKinnon is listed as a first line player, so we will keep Brassard, play McKinnon on the wing of the first line. So we'll go Taves, McKinnon and Kuznetsov on the first line. Brassard, Grabner and someone else. Do want a better third line forward. I'm not happy with first of all, I'm not happy with the Mount McClement and Gordon are making, so those two can be traded. These two can definitely be traded. And that should be it, to be fair. Yep, okay, so we'll end the video here. Bit of an anticlimactic finish, just that, I'm sorry, but we did get Jonathan Taves. Probably a new captain, gotta be honest. I am going to go ahead and those buyout clauses when they run out, that's really going to help as well. I'm going to run out do the lines for the video here, and they'll be in the next one. I won't show them now because this video has gone on longer than I was expecting it to. Bit of a dull one, but sorry, these things need to be done. I'm trying to power through. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a nice day, and I will see you all next time.